Hey y'all, Imani here. I know it's really late, but I just want to come on and just cover this story really quickly because it's breaking news. So, what you're looking at right now is a picture of Elliott Eastman. He was a 26-year-old YouTuber that I did a video on back in October. He had moved to the Philippines, to a Muslim area that was actually highly dangerous, and tourists were warned about not going there. And he received several warnings from locals as well. He ended up marrying a Muslim woman and converting to Muslim to be with her and everything. He had a YouTube channel and he also had a TikTok, but he was kidnapped, I believe, on October, was it the 17th? Pew-pewed in the leg and kidnapped by people who were posing as police officers, but were actually part of some kind of terrorist group there. He was taken by speedboat. Police were contacted and they tried to give chase to the speedboat, lost them at sea, and we heard nothing for several weeks. It's now December, and even like American police were involved in the investigation to try to find Elliot and try to rescue him. Here's the update. So it says YouTuber Elliott Eastman, 26, was shot dead and dumped at sea after he was kidnapped from Philippines home. So that's what's believed to have happened to him. It says a missing American vlogger was shot dead and his body dumped at sea during a botched kidnapping in the Philippines, police have said. Eastman, 26, reportedly died on the night of his abduction from his home in the poverty-stricken town of Sibuco in Zamboanga del Norte on October 17th. It's believed he was shot in the leg while trying to resist the gunmen who pretended to be officers, but he passed away while being whisked away on the boat. Pictures from the scene show blood splattered along the ground where he was dragged away after being pew-pewed. 3 suspects were later pew-pewed by police in a fight on November 12th. Speaking today, Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Celio Sawan, the police regional office, Zamboanga Peninsula acting spokesman, said sometime late October during our investigation, we encountered one witness who claimed Eastman had been shot during the abduction. On the way to escape by sea, the abductors noticed that Elliott Eastman was already passed away, and they threw his body into the water. He said officials had treated the testimony as speculation before it was this week verified by a suspect allegedly involved in the abduction. He continued, but later on, sometime in November, we caught a suspect linked to the kidnapping. He himself confirmed what happened. He confirmed Elliot had been pew-pewed and that the man was dumped overboard. And that's him pictured with his wife that he had married at the time. And that's the dangerous area that he was specifically warned not to go. But sometimes people think that because they have certain privileges in certain countries, they're going to have those same privileges in other countries. And it's like, no, your appearance can make you a target. You know, even Filipinos were warning against that area and basically saying that they don't even go there and it's just not safe. So, you know, F around and find out season is really upon everyone at this point. They continue by saying the suspect was able to execute an extrajudicial confession and then we submitted it to the prosecutor's office where we filed the complaint. The prosecutors accepted it. Eastman's family has been informed through the U.S. Embassy, the police spokesman added. Wow. Thoughts and prayers, you know? I'm sure they weren't even pleased to hear that he was a passport bro going overseas to find a wife. And yeah, I just hope that they were able to at least get his body back somehow and just have a proper funeral. But police said they are yet to find Eastman's body and have not clarified the motive behind the abduction. I've been trying to keep up with this situation for many weeks. Because I brought you guys the initial story, I did want to be able to give you a conclusion. I was in subreddits on Reddit, and people were saying that he was acting as some kind of loan shark at some point. This is allegedly, but apparently he was letting people borrow money, and then they owed him a lot of interest and everything like that. And that's already something you're not supposed to be doing in those areas. And there's, people saying that basically he was there acting very foolishly. And then other people said that it was more of a love triangle that he got caught up in. Like the person who at least facilitated the kidnapping was like someone who was involved with his wife before they got married. So I don't know. There's just a lot of speculation and stuff like that at this point. But yeah, people don't really think it's just a simple ransom kidnapping, you know? There's way more to it. Anyway, so I'm just in the comment section of this article, and yeah, somebody's corroborating what I just told you. So this person called the Babs says, I read somewhere that he had money when he got there, spent 19K on Starlink, was said to be giving loans to locals at 40% interest rates till he posted he was running out of money. Whole thing is bizarre. And then someone else says, at 40% interest, he probably made a lot of enemies. Yeah. Someone else adds, he must have no brains to think he could enforce loans, or if he even thought the police might help him if they didn't pay back. They'd probably steal his money too. And yeah, someone else says, I think it was 20%, but nonetheless. So this person named Captain Sniper Biscuit says, spent a lot of times from the 1980s till now in the Philippines. There are areas and people you just have to avoid. It's common sense. Another person said, some people can't be told and think it will never happen to them. This person named Thorsam says, a dangerous part of the world, especially for Westerners. They absolutely hate Westerners. Unfortunately, naive people can quickly become victims of violence or scams when they cannot see past the warm weather, sandy beaches, and smiles. The locals may smile and seem friendly, but behind that smile is an intense desire to harm you and take your money. Again, they absolutely hate Westerners. I don't believe it's every part of the country, but in that particular part, it was the most dangerous area. So just very foolish. These are people, like I said, effing around and finding out. Someone says no one forced him to live there. That's the thing. Anyways, that's all I want to share. That was the update, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.